Feeling overwhelmed by numbers. You're not alone. This is a common issue in our data-driven world. Many people struggle with data literacy without even realizing it, leading to misconceptions that can result in costly mistakes, especially as AI increasingly influences our decisions. You might find yourself caught in confusion, unaware of critical insights slipping away. Imagine being in a meeting surrounded by colleagues confidently discussing complex charts while you're left questioning everything. What does this data really mean? How can we apply it? This unease signals a larger issue at play. Many mistakenly believe that data literacy is merely about reading numbers. In reality, it encompasses context interpretation and understanding the implications of the data. If you're only skimming the surface, you risk missing vital insights. Now, picture a colleague presenting data with confidence while you silently wonder, am I missing something? That nagging doubt indicates a gap in understanding, and you're not alone. Many feel this way, often blaming themselves instead of recognizing systemic issues. As AI takes a more prominent role in decision-making, the stakes become even higher. Misinterpretations can lead to disastrous outcomes, derailing strategies and leaving teams scrambling to fix the fallout. Clarity fades and collective panic can set in. So, what's the solution? It starts with recognizing that data literacy is just an individual skill, it's a collaborative effort. Teams need to cultivate an environment. Have you ever hesitated to ask a question? That silence can perpetuate confusion. Imagine a culture where curiosity drives conversations about data. Often everyone feels empowered to speak up. The entire team strengthens its understanding. In our fast-paced digital age, the ability to interpret data is essential, not optional. Pay attention to those stress signals. They are not just warnings, but also opportunities for growth. The next time you are faced with a data-driven decision, take a moment to reflect on what you truly understand and where the gaps might be. It's in those moments of honesty that true data literacy can begin to flourish. Are you ready to transform your relationship with data? Join the conversation and let's reshape how we engage with information. You might just uncover insights you never knew were there. Imagine this: you're in a meeting, and everyone is nodding along to a data-driven decision. But what if I told you that many of those numbers are built on shaky foundations? This reality often goes unnoticed, and it's happening more frequently than you might think. Today, we're diving into the hidden misconceptions about data literacy and AI-driven decision-making. Picture this: a company launches a product based on data analysis, only to face a complete disaster. They believed they were relying on solid data, but they misinterpreted the signals. You might wonder, how does this happen? The root of the issue is a lack of understanding. Many think data speaks for itself, but it can actually be misleading. Think about your own experiences. Have you ever trusted a statistic without questioning its source? It's easy to fall into that trap. Today, companies are inundated with data, yet most struggle to separate noise from valuable insights. The pressure to make quick decisions often causes leaders to overlook subtle details hiding beneath the surface. As we rapidly adopt AI, we risk forgetting a fundamental truth: technology can't think for us. Without the right skills to interpret data, we're setting ourselves up for failure. Let me share a story. A marketing team decided to use AI to target their ads, believing they were optimizing their strategy. Instead, they ended up alienating potential customers by misreading data patterns, which cost them the trust of their audience. Can you see how quickly things can spiral out of control? The tension rises as leaders realize their decisions are based on flawed interpretations. It's not just about numbers, it's about context, understanding, and human insight. Cultivating a culture of data literacy is no longer optional, it's essential. Organizations must invest in training not just for specialists, but for everyone involved in decision making. But it doesn't stop there. It's also about fostering curiosity. Encourage your team to question the data and dig deeper. This mindset transforms data from mere numbers into actionable insights. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on your own relationship with data. Are you just consuming information, or are you actively engaging in its interpretation? Understanding data literacy can elevate your decision-making or lead you down a path of uncertainty. The choice is yours. If you found this thought-provoking, consider taking the next step to deepen your understanding. After all, the stakes are higher than ever. What if I told you that your decisions might be based on a misunderstanding of data? Misconceptions about data literacy are everywhere, especially in our AI-driven world. Imagine you're in a meeting and everyone is nodding at the data on the screen. But do you truly understand what that data means? Most people don't. They assume the numbers speak for themselves, but often get lost in interpretation. Here's the catch: many believe that simply having access to data is enough. Spoiler alert, it's not. Without critical thinking, facts can create a misleading narrative, leaving you with a false sense of truth. So, how do you navigate this complex landscape without getting confused? Picture a marketing team diving into extensive analytics. They notice spikes in engagement, but don't stop to ask why. What if those spikes are just anomalies? They could be riding a false wave, a common trap that's easier to fall into than you might think. Now let's talk about AI's so-called hero in decision making. It generates predictions and insights, but if you can't interpret the underlying stories, you're playing with fire. The data might suggest one thing, but is it revealing the whole picture? Think about your everyday life. You rely on data from your fitness app to your financial reports. What happens if you misinterpret that data? Those innocent mistakes can lead to bigger issues. You might skip a workout thinking you're doing well, only to find your health is actually declining. It's easy to misjudge. You might trust a flashy dashboard or a clever algorithm, but what if it's leading you astray? It's not just about using data, it's about understanding what's behind it. Misunderstanding data can ripple through organizations, misguiding strategies, and costing money. Imagine an entire company investing in the wrong decisions based on flawed data interpretation, wrong trend, because no one bothered to question the numbers. So, what's the solution? It starts with